Sanford TV and Existential Limited bring you the NFHS Game of the Week. Brought to you by First Bank, neighbors you can count on. And by Classic Nissan of Sanford.
Welcome to Sanford, North Carolina, home of the Southern Lee Cavaliers. As tonight's NFHS matchup, two teams on opposite trajectories as we start the season here.
Right.
Union Pines, the visitors come in at 3-0 in conference play, 5-1 on the season. And Southern Lee hopes to get off the schneid, 0-6, 0-3 in conference play. I'm Nathan Cochran.
I'm Nathan Cochran.
I'm Kristen Lambert. And it's been a long day already. We are here, and you and I talked earlier. We've talked earlier in the week. You know, what does Southern Lee have to do to stay competitive and give themselves a shot in this game?
I think Southern Lee's going to have to come out early and punch Union Pines in the mouth. This Union Pines team has gotten in front most of the ball games and then taken a lead and run them right out. If I'm Southern Lee, I want the ball to start the game if by any chance you can win the coin toss, and I want to try to march down that field. This offense led by Harrington, interested to see what they come out with.
Well, you got two quarterbacks for Southern Lee, both sophomores, both talented young men. The old adage is if you get two quarterbacks,
you got no quarterbacks.
Yeah, no quarterbacks. Interesting to see the rest of the season whether one of those gentlemen elevates themselves over the other. But Caleb Coro will get some time at quarterback. We saw him at Triton at the end of the first half before that game got delayed by weather. Looked really good. Ben Harrington is going to get the start, I'm sure, number 7 sophomore. Both kids, a lot of arm talent, different styles, different body types. If Southern is going to get out to that fast start that you talked about, I think it's got to go through number 5, Kessler Petrarca.
Absolutely.
Junior wide receiver, sneaky fast, runs good routes. He will find holes in the Union Pines defense regardless of what they do. It's a matter of the ball getting delivered and out on time. And I think that we need to see Southern mix up the run game. I'm interested to see what they've got in store. Union Pines, I haven't seen them up close and personal yet this season. You've been impressed with what you've seen.
Yeah, Union Pines coming out, this offense led by Ian Hicks. We watched them and called the game last week against Hornet Central, who was a lot of people's preseason conference champions. And they kind of had their way with Hornet Central, had some penalties that kept that game closer than it should have been. But this Union Pines offense led by Ian Hicks and John Arguiza, we've been calling that young man's name in Cameron, North Carolina. It feels like an eternity. It's got to be 4 years since he's a senior. But this offense, they can throw the deep ball. They're technically sound up front. So this Union Pines Viking offense is going to come out swinging.
Well, this Union Pines team has a lot in common this year with where Southern was a couple years ago, where they had all these freshmen that had come through and gotten reps with the first team as freshmen, and these underclassmen had sort of graduated and become real varsity players with a lot of experience under the belt. All right, here's the kick, and Southern looking to return. Ball fielded at about the 10-yard line and looking to get out to the right side. Good pursuit by that Vikings defense, and the return will be stopped at –
we have a flag at the 42-yard line from the side judge.
Conflicting spots there. They're going to mark it out about the 18-yard line. So Southern Lee in the home. What is the official blue of Southern Lee? You should know this, Coach.
It's a dark navy.
Dark navy.
When I was ordering Southern Lee apparel back in my earlier career as an athletic director and a football, swimming, and baseball coach here, it was a dark navy.
Nate, I'm sure that you can't swim a lick.
I drove the bus really well. Orchestrated pregame or pre-meets and post-meets meals incredibly well.
Those who can do, those who can't teach, I think is the saying.
Well, that was very, very applicable for me as a swim coach.
All right, after the penalty, Southern Lee backed up at their 8-yard line. As predicted, Harrington gets the start. He will hand it into the middle of the line, and not much doing there as the Union Pine defense is, I'm certain, well prepared for that belly run play.
was number 9, Caden Blackshear Watson on the carry, first carry of the night. He's leading the Cavalier team. He has 2 touchdowns on the season, but only a total of 75 yards. So not tearing up the stats, but nonetheless he's putting the ball in the end zone, which is what matters.
All right. Big line. Harrington hands, and the ball's out across the 10-yard line to about the 14, and that'll bring up the first third down, 3rd and 6 for Southern Lee.
The Southern Lee team led by head coach Fred Blanks in his 4th year here, I believe.
I believe you're right.
Running the old school huddle, having the quarterback run all the way to the sideline to get the play, gives that front 5 a chance to catch their breath. Southern Lee going to be looking to control the clock here tonight.
Well, I tell you what, only one man out in the route, but they got man coverage out there. It's thrown high and it's brought in. And for a first down, that's Kessler Petrarca on the snag. And Southern out across 21. That'll be a Southern Lee first down. All right, not necessarily the explosion yet, but a first down, which has sometimes been hard to come by for this offense, is a good sign.
The first one's the hardest.
All right, Harrington hands, and picking his way, he'll have a good gain out about 25-yard line. That is Blackshear Watson on the carry again.
Tackle made by number 20, Damari Johnson, is a junior defensive back. He also plays some linebacker, also plays some running back for the Vikings. The coaching staff here, led by, I shouldn't have said that, led by Brian Till, they're very high on this young man. They call him DJ. His name's Damari Johnson. They are very, very high on him. A real good athlete. We saw him last week against Harnett Central. He took one to the house, made a bunch of big defensive stops down the stretch.
All right, and I had the credit wrong. That was Amari Britton on the carry. That is Blackshear Watson, and he'll be out close to a first down, out to the 30-yard line, leaving 3rd and 2. As you noted, Mr. Cochran, Ben Harrington trots over to the sideline and shuttles the play back in.
They got the play clocks working tonight? They do.
The play clocks are working.
20 seconds and counting. Plenty of time here for the Cavaliers on this big third down.
Favorable spot for Southern Lee. 3rd and 1. Oh, that'll be 3rd and 6.
The left tackle for the Cavaliers moved there, number 67. Devin Leaks, senior offensive lineman and defensive lineman. Very much changes the play here for the Cavaliers. 3rd and 1, you can almost guarantee they're going to go on a heavy set, which they had. They had double wings set there, set on the inside foot of both tackles. Now it looks like head coach Fred Blanks is going to call a timeout.
All right, while they talk about this third down play, we'll take a quick break. You're watching the NFHS Game of the Week.
An hour ago, Theo airballed the game-winning shot. But at Zaxby's, he's dunking all over these fools. Zax sauce, bang. Tongue torch, boom. Hot honey mustard. My man's putting on a clinic.
Welcome to Dunk City.
And one, baby.
Thanks, baby. Dude. Babe, dude.
Who's got the sauce?
Zaxby's.
All right, welcome back. 3rd and 6 after the penalty. Nathan, are you old enough to remember in college football when they didn't announce the number associated with penalties?
I am. Many, many years ago, but I do remember them. I like having the white hats mic'd. Makes the game more enjoyable.
All right, Harrington drops, gets it out quick. Petrarca, look out.
He's in a foot race.
He's in a foot race, and he's pulling away. I feel like a little bit of a soothsayer. Clairvoyant.
That was number 3, Talik Graham on the pursuit. Couldn't catch up to Petrarca. Petrarca just left him in the dust.
69 yards on the pitch and catch. Harrington to Petrarca, and reminiscent of the route that he took to the house against Triton a couple weeks ago.
Union Pines had rolled down there to a cover 0, had left a pretty decent cushion there for the Cavaliers. Petrarca ran a slant route, just beat him to the edge, and off to the races they went.
All All right, Southern Lee on to add the extra point. Petrarca, that's his prize for the touchdown, so he gets to come out and kick the extra point.
Petrarca is 8 for 8 on the season on PATs, and 1 for 2 on field goals. We actually watched the missed field goal that was returned for a touchdown early in the season.
And he is now 9 for 9 on extra points. Southern Lee up 7-0 with 8:47 to go in the first quarter. We'll keep it here as the teams get ready to go out and kick this off. Union Pines, this is an experienced coaching staff. Coach Brian Till in his second year at Union Pines took him to the playoffs in his first year with the school. They got a trash draw in the playoffs, by the way.
I don't remember who they drew. I was running around the mountains of North Carolina at the time, and I don't remember who they drew. Do you remember off the top of your head?
Not off the top of my head. I just remember thinking, that's pretty lame. But Union Pines, this is a veteran squad. Like we said, these young men, this program really over the 2 previous head coaches grew by leaps and bounds. And Coach Jason Truesdale, the predecessor for Coach Till, his legacy, it will be what he did with the JV program and the expansion down there. We counted tonight, I think we counted 51 kids in uniform for Union Pines, 33 for Southern, to give you some perspective. So there's some depth on this Union Pines squad. All right, that's going to skip into the end zone as it crosses the goal line. Ball is dead, so Union Pines will take over at the 28:47 still to go in the first quarter. Led onto the field by senior quarterback Ian Hicks.
Some players to watch tonight on this Viking offense. We talked about Damari Johnson, DJ, earlier. Number 5, Haynes Tobias. They have him listed as wide receiver. Last week against Harnett Central, they ran him more in a wing position. Young man is committed to the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga, so be interested to watch him. The center, Tay Tranel, is also a college commit to the North Carolina State University. Number 2, John Arguija is their star wide receiver. He has just as much jets as Petrarca does, if not more. So be looking for him to get the ball tonight.
All right, Hicks checks out of the play, gets a signal from the sideline. Now resets, brings a man in motion, a little pop pass.
There's Arguija on the ball.
Arguija around. Oh, ball's
out.
And Southern's got it going the other way.
We have a flag that came in from the back judge.
Let's check the flag here. They're going to get a block in the back before the fumble. That penalty is declined, and Southern Lee set up in great field position here. Nathan, this might be a quick turnaround where you take a shot at the end zone on first down.
Absolutely.
I'll bet you a month's pay it doesn't happen.
I bet they go back to the belly.
100%. Southern, a team that does not try to disguise what they want to do. They want to assert themselves. And a full house backfield here. Man in motion now. And the hand, a little misdirection. Coming around the left side, looking for space. And that is Blackshear Watson. He hits the edge and pushed out of bounds down and around the 12-yard line, close to a first down.
Number 1, Jonah Theinel, the defensive back there for the Vikings, had an opportunity and then just lost his footing here. As we start to see the temperatures drop, this Bermuda field will get a little bit dormant and a little bit slick.
Well, and bad news for Southern Lee on the play, as one of their captains, Malik Sumter, is down on the play. We hope that's just a ding. But while they attend to the injury, we will take a quick break. You're watching the NFHS Game of the Week.
All you do is win, 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 no matter what. We got you on our mind, we can never get enough. Every time you step into our building, everybody's hands go up. And they stay there, and they stay there, and they stay there. All you do is win, win, win. Put your hands in the air when you go there.
visit us at Sanford.com or call 1-855-461-9595. Classic Nissan Sanford.
And putting on a number 55 jersey. Welcome back to the NFHS Game of the Week. We've got a late flag. It's going to be a hold on the Cavaliers coming back.
Well, you talk about a late flag.
Man.
Felt like that was halfway through the commercial break before that came out. Both players that were down got up and off the field under their own power. Looked like everybody's okay. But that wipes out a 9-yard gain, and that's almost a 20-yard swing in field position there. Now it's first and 20 from outside the 30-yard line. We'll call it 33. Same look in the backfield. Bring a man in motion. Harrington drops throw, pressure. Now he's going to roll to his right. There's another hold.
We're going to have another hold.
Harrington gets it out late and should have been picked off. But this is going to cost him 10 more. And Union Pines, do you take this penalty or do you move to 2nd and 20?
I take the penalty.
Me too. Malik Sumter, who was down just a moment ago, is back into the game. That's a key piece on that. Well, on both lines, really, for Southern Lee, but in the near term on the offensive line. And now right behind him, Devin Leaks limps back onto the field. So both those guys ready to get back out there and do their thing. And they're going to back them up. So 1st and 30 coming up.
Ooh, they decided to.
They took the hold, or did they decline both? No, they declined both penalties. You had hands to the face and holding. Union Pines elected to force 2nd and 20. The down marker's wrong on the far side of the field.
They had a face mask on the defense, so they were canceled out.
Oh, got it. Okay. I misunderstood. So first down all over again, and nothing doing there as Tommy Lineberry gets his first touch. He will do damage on defense. He's a lot of fun to watch. Very good in pursuit. He'll cause some chaos in the passing game, but he serves as a fullback on offense and is sort of the safety blanket for this offense. No gain there.
Tackle was made there by number 4, Elijah Clayton, senior defensive lineman for the Cavaliers, for the Vikings, sorry.
2 wideouts. Lee County with an H-back, a tailback, and a tight end, I guess. That was an interesting collection of folks in the backfield. I tell you what, tail end of that play, Devin Leaks got rocked. All right, 3rd and long coming up.
It was an attempt at a pop pass there from the tight end for the Cavaliers, read by the Viking defense well.
Well, and that was the second pass Harrington has thrown that had Union Pine hands on it. Got away with one there. All right, 3rd and 20. And they're going to hand off and into the middle of the line, do a little bit of damage. They'll have the ball down to the 25, 24-yard line, and now we're going to have a personal foul out on the edge, as I think the official thought that block was a little bit too long after the play, or stretched a little bit longer than it needed to.
That block and penalty will be on number 75, Johnny Kershaw. He's a sophomore offensive defensive lineman for the Cavaliers. This is kind of the kid to watch for the next level here for the Cavaliers. He's a sophomore, 6'4", 310 pounds, and he is showing all of it just by completely bulldozing Benedict.
Well, that's a spot foul, and it'll bring up 3rd and 25. That previous play, I think the belief would have been that if they get it back to about 25, they had a reasonable shot at a field goal. Blackshear Watson forced out, no gain on the play, might have lost a yard. And now we're going to have 4th and long, and this is probably outside of field goal range, but that doesn't necessarily mean they won't attempt the field goal. And if they do it, we'll explain the strategy. Caleb Coro just checked in the game, by the way. And now we have a timeout, Southern Lee. I had a little confusion there. Coro checked into the game, and I don't know if that was to throw the ball down the field on this 4th down. I don't know what was going on there, but we'll figure it out after the break. You're watching the NFHS Game of the Week.
90 years ago, First Bank was founded. You know First Bank, the one where you are greeted by name, the one dedicated to the community, and the one born in the heart of the Carolinas.
We help our customers to realize their dreams by providing financial solutions and building trusted relationships. My name is Rich Trogdon, and we are First Bank.
All right, welcome back to Sanford, North Carolina. The home Southern Lee Cavaliers right now with 6.5 to go are lining up for a field goal. Explain the strategy here, Nate, because it's not to hit this field goal. This is a 52-yard attempt.
In North Carolina high school football, if there is a field goal attempt and a miss, the ball is set on the 25-yard line. So that would move the ball up about 15 yards here, 10 yards here for the Cavaliers, or for the Vikings.
And it is kicked into the end zone, which will kill the ball. And they pick up about 10 yards of field position there. And Southern Lee has been, for the last couple of years, more confident in the operation of their field goal team than their punt team. Union Pine, it was interesting. I don't know if that was that low by design. They got burnt earlier in the season, had one brought back to the house. I was surprised Union Pines didn't have a return man back there.
Sorry, I misspoke. It's at the 20, not the 25.
Yeah, you're thinking college touchback.
Thinking college, yeah.
15 yards field position.
Hicks and this Viking offense back on.
All right, there's the hand. And around the left side, pushing.
That's number 34, Caleb Manzano on the carry for the Vikings. Gain of about 6 there will bring up a 2nd and 4. Tackle made there by number 3, Julian Chavaria, or Chavaria, I'm not sure which one.
All right, 2nd and 4. Hicks from the gun. Pop pass again. This time coming around the right side with a head of steam and through the first tackle and out across the 30, almost made it to 35, and that'll be a Union Pines first down. Talik Graham, one of tonight's captains on the reception. Not sure if the Union Pines official scoring book has that as a pass or a run. We'll call it what it was. It's actually a reception.
Talik Graham is a big-bodied senior wide receiver, 6'3", multiple times.
The safest of all passes there.
It is. Arguiza in motion.
If you don't know, if the exchange is blown and that thing hits the ground, it's actually an incomplete pass, not a fumble. That ball is out there, gain of 13 on the play, and that again is Talik Graham. Hicks to Graham on their first connection down the field. And again, a Southern Lee player slow to get up. All right, another Southern Lee Cavaliers down. We'll take a quick break.
WilkinsonCars.com. Come visit us at our new location in Sanford. With the same great staff and the same great service. Test drive one of our many different vehicles. Check out our state-of-the-art service department and collision center, where our team can have you back on the road in no time. We're right across from Walmart at 3335 North Carolina 87 South. Schedule your appointment online at WilkinsonCars.com or call us at 919-842-3322. We guarantee we're the place to be at Wilkinson Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC.
Welcome back to the NFHS Game of the Week, brought to you by DeLambert Stone Law Firm for all of your legal needs, your family law, your estate law, your criminal law, any DUIs, speeding tickets. They do it all. Go see Krista Lambert there at DeLambert Stone Law Firm.
And to be clear, I don't do it all, but for anything you need legally. There's somebody in the building. All right, there's a hand right up the gut for Union Pines. Good push from that Viking offensive line. They'll have about 7 out around the 45-yard line into Southern territory. Whoa!
A little bit of chippiness going on between the
Well, a little
Vikings
bit-
and the Cavaliers.
A little bit of chippiness and a bit of
A tumble.
an acting audition there, too. Bryce Harris trying to draw the penalty for Union Pines. Nobody is buying that.
Well, you know, the World Cup's coming up soon, and they're the masters of it.
They are.
Next summer, I believe, correct?
Yep.
Whoa, did it again.
Well, and that'll be a Union Pines first down.
I think I'm going to try to go to the World Cup. They've got some games semi-locally in Philadelphia. I think I might try to make my way up.
I was actually trying to make sense of train schedules to see what the possibility of shooting up to Philly on a train would be.
That wouldn't be too bad at all.
Right? Let's make it happen. There's a run right up the gut and doing damage all the way down inside the 30 is number 34, Tyler Thomas on the carry. Second big run of the drive for him. And another Union Pines first down.
I'd like to take my son. He's a soccer player for now until genetics catch up to all the other kids, and my son is no longer the biggest person on the field or the fastest, which will happen here in the next year and a half.
Or maybe it doesn't. Maybe he'll just always be the biggest, fastest.
Hayne Tobias in motion.
Hicks taking a shot down the field. He's got a man. That's Aguirre. Oh, he had it and lost it. Number 2, Arguiza, the intended receiver, had his man beat. Hicks delivered the ball. Arguiza got spun around and not quite able to hang on to it. 2nd and 10.
That was number 1, Jalen Barnes on the breakup for the Cavaliers.
All right, Nathan, we've got a big game in conference play tonight as Lee County traveled to South Johnston. As Tyler Thomas into the middle again, Southern Lee wraps him up. And it'll be 3rd and about 4 after that run.
Union Pines did not show a very strong long-range kicking game last week against Harnett Central, the Trojans. So I would imagine this is 4-down territory for the Vikings right now. Head coach Brian Till and whoever's calling his offense on that side has to be thinking 2 downs they have to play with here. Arguiza on an out route.
All right. It's on the swing pass. And, maybe take a look at the gloves. That's 3 balls we've seen hit the ground, 1 on the fumble and 2 drops. And that is not something you would expect from that young man. All right, 7 minutes to go in the first quarter. South Johnston up 7-6 on Lee County.
Big game there for the Yellow Jackets. 4 games left in the season for Lee County. Needs to win at least 3, I believe, to get into the playoffs.
Well, and if you're not paying attention, you look at South Johnston 1-2 in conference play. That's not the entire tale there. So on 4th down, Union Pines with the swing pass the other direction. That's Elijah Clayton, and he reels that in and scrambles for first down. Hayne Tobias, my fault. Old eyes, buddy. And the glare in this window is
a little extreme.
Not making life easy.
Hayne Tobias, the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga commit. They like to motion him out of that wing spot, use him as a tight end. He's a big-bodied young man.
There's Thomas with the carry, and he'll take it around the left side and have about 5 on the carry, 2nd and 5 coming up. Union Pines into the pint-sized pasture red zone.
Oh.
You like that.
Thank you, Kelly family.
That's right.
Patrick and Brittany, right? No. I have met his wife many times. She is an absolute amazing person.
Hicks from the gun. Hands, that's Tyler Thomas up the middle. He'll be down close to the goal line.
Caitlin, I apologize. Caitlin.
That's right. And now the big package in for Union Pines. This reminiscent of the old Lee County squad with Burton Cates, where they've got that short yardage package and bring that meat in there. All right, 3rd and 1. Union Pines can convert. They're 3 yards from pay dirt, but a yard will get them a first down here. Big backfield. And there's Thomas going laterally, buddy, and pushing the pile. Touchdown, man. Southern had a tackler there and just unable to stop the momentum. I thought that Union Pines had blown it by going laterally there, but able to give the defender a ride and into the end zone, and it's a 1-point game as Union Pines pulls to 7-6, and UP keeps the offense on the field. They will go for 2. You talked about the struggles in the kicking game. Are they going for 2, or are they going to run this swinging gate situation?
They're going to run the swinging gate. Well, they ran it all
They got
last
numbers.
week. They've got numbers.
Southern's got to do better than that. They'll do that all night. 3-on-2.
Last week they did that and motioned back to the PAT every time.
Well, 7-7, 34 seconds to go in the first quarter. You have a tie ball game, and Southern, who started with,
It's 8-7. That was a 2.
My bad. Southern, who started with all the momentum, suddenly at a dead standstill. What do they do to get this on track?
I'd like to see a good return. I always like to see those returns get to about the 40. It's kind of obviously ideal is take it to the house, but realistically that's not going to happen on every kickoff. Get that ball up to about the 40, get a good blocking scheme up front, get a good wedge, get up to the 40, put together a pretty good drive here. We have 34 seconds left to go in the first quarter. That'll give you one more big play. Then you'll flip the field.
Now, in the Carolina Pines 6A, this is certainly not the size mismatch that Southern became accustomed to seeing with schools like Richmond and Pinecrest and Scotland. However, with 20 more students dressed tonight, Southern is not going to
balls
want
on the ground
to open this game up. They'll want to play it very methodically, close to the vest, limit possessions, because if this becomes a track meet, they might be a little outmanned.
Numbers win in track meets, that's for sure. And you've seen a lot of substitutions for the Cavaliers already. That is noticeable for our fans at home by players touching their helmets with their hand. And you've been seeing a pretty good influx of people coming in and out of this ball game. Southern Lee having a lot of players running both ways, both sides of the ball for the last couple of years here.
All right, Harrington still in at quarterback, under center. Takes a snap, looking. Now rolls, keeps his eyes downfield, ball's out, and a lineman falls on it. He was carrying that low, and one of the defenders able to swat at it and knock it out of there. And a big loss. Get a sack on the play. 2nd and about 17 coming up.
Southern Lee going in the wrong direction here. Great heads-up play from the Vikings to swat that ball, put it on the ground. Cavaliers lucky that one of their offensive linemen fell on it. And that's going to flip the field. That'll be the end of the first quarter here, 8-7 at Cletus B. Gore Stadium. We'll take a quick break to hear from our sponsors. Be back for the second quarter.
Passion, experience, diligence. From our headquarters in Sanford, we proudly serve clients throughout the Sandhills and across central North Carolina. Our firm offers a wide range of legal services beyond criminal and family law. Whether you need assistance with estate planning, contract disputes, or other legal matters, our knowledgeable team is here to provide reliable guidance and representation. Call us at 984-977-8390 or visit our website, deepervillawyers.com.
All right, welcome back to Southern Lee High School. Second quarter action about to kick off here, 8-7. The visiting Union Pines Vikings have just moved in front. Southern slow on that walk down the field. Union Pines traveled pretty well, but I guess I anticipated there might be a few more folks in the stand. There is a lot of excitement down in Cameron, North Carolina about this program. Much ballyhooed hiring of Brian Till as he left Richmond to come up there. And big expectations last year, in part fulfilled, and off to a great start this year. The only loss thus far, they dropped a close game to Pinecrest. And, you know, if you're a Union Pines supporter, booster, player, or just fan, you might be looking at the schedule thinking, we can run the table.
Win out, host a home playoff game for week 1 of the North Carolina playoffs. I think it's very possible. Union Pines has to get out of here tonight with the win. Then they have Lee County as well.
All right, carries up the middle, ball's out. And a Cavalier falls on it. Be 4th down coming up.
That was number 4, Jordan Tipton, on the fall on the ball.
4th and 6, and we'll see the punt team for Southern Lee.
Union Pines has Southern Lee tonight, Triton at Triton, which is always a tough place to go play. They're playing – no, sorry, they are at home against Triton, then at Lee County, and then finish off the season with Western Hornet. You have to imagine if you're a Viking fan looking up, get through the 2 Lee County teams, you're ready to rock and roll.
Oh.
Play clock's at 0.
Yep, that's going to cost him 5. Good eyes there, Coach. Union Pines looks like they're coming after it. Got 10 men on the line of scrimmage. And nope, they're going to back into a bit of a return formation. That's a low spinner. Going to get a good roll for Southern. Ball be dead at the 40-yard line. 38 yards net on the punt. Looked like it might not get near that much coming off the foot, but good roll for Southern there. And Union Pines, with good field position out at the 40-yard line, will be headed the other way.
Jonah Theinel was back for the Vikings. You could see him pre-snap. He was signaling him, looking over to the coaches to check and make sure he was supposed to fair catch that. If that ball got to him in the air, everything led towards Union Pines going towards it.
Well, it's the little things that demonstrate how well coached a team is. And if you're not going to come up and make a play on the ball, get away from it. How often do we see return men that let it roll up on them?
There's Hicks on the design keep there. Get a gain of 11.
Union Pines, first down. You know what I'm saying, Coach?
I do. Theinel did a good job there. Once it bounced, he started moseying his way onto the sideline, over to the sideline long before that ball stopped rolling. Wasn't even going to pretend he was going to go try and make a play on it, which you've seen multiple times at all levels. Guys start dancing around it trying to keep the punt team honest, and then it takes a weird bounce, hits off their leg or something, and you've got a live ball.
That oblong ball is really unpredictable. All right, gain of 6 on the first down carry for Thomas. He is the bell cow so far for Union Pines. Not flashy, but effective.
For the football junkies at home and like to dissect coaching and the ins and outs of watching an offense, watch Hicks on the next handoff, how he sells the fake. He ran that ball faked and ran about 7 yards past the line of scrimmage to sell the fake there. It's so impressive for a young man.
Good coaching, sir. That's the attention to detail that makes the difference in tight ball games.
Tyler Thomas there on another carry, gain of about 4 will bring up a third and 1.
Southern needs a splash play here to cut this off. Ball right into the belly again and stood up but falls forward. Good forward lean. Needed 1, got about 3. And that's another Union Pines first down.
Clock is still running. We've got 8:30 left to go here, first half. Plenty of time for the Vikings and the Cavaliers.
I started to say a little while ago that South Johnston Lee County game is a big matchup, and if you look at the standings, you see South Johnston's 1 and 2, but those are losses to Harnett Central and Union Pines, who may well be the class of the conference. Lee County's they believe they're gonna have something to say about that.
Tyler Thomas again on the carry will get a gain of about 5 there.
2nd and 4. So Union Pines doesn't huddle, but they don't work this offense with a great deal of urgency. They're very methodical in getting the play in from the sideline, getting lined up.
We saw last week against Harnett Central, they ran a 2-minute drill going into the half, and they ran it very well, though.
Hicks looking deep, got a man, and that is number 14 out there that he was looking for.
Goodness.
Had a step, but underthrown. That was Caden Sovey. And if Hicks had that one back, he'd air it out a couple more yards and might have had 6. Instead, it'll be 3rd and 4.
That was number 5 on the coverage, Kessler Petraka. He is now out. This will bring up a 3rd and 4 for the Vikings. Have to imagine, again, we talked earlier, this is 4-down territory for the Vikings. That's bad news for the Cavaliers. Petraka's hurt. There's Hicks on the quarterback keep.
Untouched until he gets into the second level. On 3rd and 4, picks up about 10, and that'll be a Union Pines first down. Clock stopped very briefly at 7:11. Breast Cancer Awareness Night here at Southern Lee tonight. Cheerleaders in their pink shirts, and there's pink towels, pink ribbons on the field. I don't see a whole lot of pink gear with the players. I see a couple guys with pink socks, I suppose. All right, Hicks on first down here. We're going to get a Southern Lee. Yeah, I could say Union Pines. Looked like it signaled to Southern, but Union Pines will get a timeout. Talk about it. 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. 6:37 to go in the first half. Union Pines 8, Southern Lee 7. We'll see you on the other side of the break.
Legacy Commercial and Residential Construction. From concept to design, constructed to fit your lifestyle. We use only top quality finishes to make our house your home. Legacy Commercial and Residential Construction. The Sandhills residential and commercial builder of choice.
All right, welcome back. 8-7 Union Pines, driving again just outside the 20. They have 1st and 10. Coaching staff saw something they weren't excited about and called timeout there. Both teams, I believe, with 1 timeout left.
Was that Union Pines' first or second timeout?
Now that I think about it, I think it was their first. All right, there's the hand. And
Tyler Thomas.
Gone. Hicks carried out the play fake, and down the field went Tyler Thomas all the way to pay dirt. 21 on the touchdown. And Union Pines looking good right now, up 14-7, and they'll keep the offense on the field to try for 2.
They've got numbers
Well,
again.
Southern, well, they don't have numbers this time.
Now they are.
Oh, they are going to line up and kick it. All right. Kicking duties handled by number 14, Caden Sovey. Kick is up, kick is wide left. That might be the last one we see tonight. All right, so 14-7, 6.5 to go in the first half. Southern will attempt to answer. You're watching the NFHS Game of the Week.
An hour ago, Theo airballed the game-winning shot. But at Zaxby's, he's dunking all over these fools. Zax sauce, bang. Tongue torch, boom. Hot honey mustard. My man's putting on a clinic.
Welcome to Dunk City.
And one, baby.
Thanks, baby. Dude. Babe, dude.
Who's got the sauce?
Zaxby's.
Welcome back to the NFHS Game of the Week, brought to you by Zaxby's. Get your chicken sandwiches.
Nathan, that's interesting because now my score for Southern Lee, or for Lee County, Johnston, Southern Johnston, South Johnston, shows 0-0. I'm going to assume that 7-6 was correct. Tough to say.
Booming kick by Tranel.
How about West Johnston's up 7-0 against Harnett Central?
Uh-oh. We've got a late flag coming in. Also in this brick structure, can't get a high school OT to pull up. That's going to be a flag coming in for a blindside block. Going to move the Cavaliers back. Not what they needed here. We'll bring up 1st and 10 on the 11. .6:23 here left to go in the first half. Southern Lee looking to put points up, tie this ball game up, leading into halftime. Union Pines will get the ball beginning of the second half.
Hand up the middle. Nice little run there by Blackshear Watson. He'll be out near the 20. And good first down gain. That's Southern needs that. They don't want to get themselves behind the sticks down and distance-wise.
Definitely makes the rest of that series or rest of this set of downs easier when you're way ahead of the sticks and way behind the sticks. We saw it last week with Harnett Central and Union Pines. There were more often than not 2nd and 30s and 3rd and 30s, and you don't have a play in your playbook for that, Chris.
All right, Harrington right into the belly goes the runner, but Union Pines was ready for that, and no gain on the play. Might have lost half a yard. Ball be backed up 19, so 3rd and short coming up. So I keep calling that a fullback belly play. What technically with the blocking scheme, what is that play?
It's a dive. Your belly will have your guard and tackle that are cross blocking, and a dive you're going to have your center and your guard either down blocking or cross blocking.
All right, 4th and 1 coming up. Unable to pick up 3 there. Going to be a yard short, and it looks like the punt team coming out for Coach Blanks' Southern Lee Cavaliers. That's got to be disappointing after being set up 2nd and 8.
A lot of kids dragging off that field for Southern Lee.
Yeah, the big bodies for Southern all kind of limping around a little bit. That's got to be a little disconcerting. So Union Pines thought that somebody jumped for Southern. That kick will be out of bounds, short of midfield. Ball be spotted at the 46. Net of about 25 yards on the punt. Union Pines with another short field, a particularly short field this time. 4.5 to go. Southern got the ball to start this ball game, so Union Pine's looking to double up here. In a perfect world, they'd walk it down, score with no time left on the clock in the half, and then get the ball back to start the second half.
Thank you to our producer, Wynn. Got us the game scoreboard tonight so we can see the clock and the time on your screen. That's a huge addition. Hicks rolling to put.
There we go. Arguiza reels one in. He'll have 16 on the catch, down to the Southern Lee 30. Do you think he changed gloves?
I think he probably did. Or they went and sprayed some tackiness onto it. Arguiza, a young man who can make you pay with a deep ball.
Yeah, he's a guy I wouldn't want to chase around in an open field.
I can tell you he's the type of guy that I could not chase around in an open field.
He's in motion. They fake it to him, fake it to the back, and now Hicks rolling, throws it late. Good job of getting rid of that and avoiding the sack. 2nd and 10 coming up from the 31.
Smart heads-up play there by Hicks. He was looking to dump it off to his running back. His running back didn't have much space to go. A group of Cavaliers were converging on him pretty quick. He just dumped that ball into the dirt. Good heads-up play there by Union Pines quarterback Ian Hicks.
Yeah, don't make your running back or your receiver in that case make a decision. Throw it where he can't get it, but close enough that you're not going to draw the flag. So how did you and I spoke on the golf course earlier today. How did you characterize Union Pines' quarterback play so far?
Disciplined. Very disciplined. I think Ian Hicks is – he's a very much utilitarian quarterback. He can run the ball. He can throw the ball. He throws a pretty good deep ball. But overall, as a senior quarterback, makes really good decisions with the ball. We saw that with the last play. He does all the small things right. He carries out his fakes. He can call audibles at the line. Overall, I think this is one of the better quarterbacks we've seen out of the Vikings offense in many years.
Well, and this, when Coach Till came in last year, the question was who's going to play quarterback. Coming out of last season, again, the question was who's going to play quarterback. They've got a senior in there now that's making good decisions and leading this offense, not going to hurt you. And they've got more time on the ground there to coach these guys up. So I'm interested to see the folks coming behind him. And for my own personal reasons, I'm interested to see one of the gentlemen listed as a backup quarterback, number 12, Vida Blue.
This is a heavy set formation we saw from the Vikings last week. They put two big boys in with their hand in the dirt. Ooh, it looked like that might have been a jump off sides
there. It really
there.
did. 4th and 3 here. Take the snap. There's Thomas. Thomas ahead.
Thomas
and
is
just running through, folks. What a big, strong runner. Man. Southern needed to stop that 4th and 3 attempt. Instead, it is a 23-yard touchdown for Tyler Thomas, who stretches the lead out to 20-7. Got to be frustrating for the defensive staff there for Southern. They had it dialed up, and you just got to make a play. But he just running through, folks.
Caden Sovey back for another attempt. He missed his last one wide.
Wide left on the last one. This one, high spinner, and that one is through. So 21-7, 2:37 to go in the second quarter. Southern desperately needs points before the break. We'll see if they can get them right after these messages.
All you do is win, 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 no matter what. We got you on our minds, we can never get enough. Every time you step into our building, everybody's hands go up. And they stay there, and they stay there, and they stay there. All you do is win, win, win. Put your hands in the air when you go there.
Visit us at Sanford.com or call 1-855-461-9595 Classic Nissan Sanford.
All right, Union Pines to kick it off, up by 2 touchdowns. Southern needs a score before the break. Again, Union Pines will get the ball coming out of halftime. And the kick is away. A big high spinning kick fielded at the 4. And going the other way, Jalen Barnes. And has it out across the 20. Gets to about the 24-yard line where Southern Lee will set up shop. This against Triton is where we saw Caleb Coro check in a similar circumstance. He's not going to get the nod this time. Harrington will stay in there at quarterback.
Two-minute drill here for the Cavaliers.
Southern with a little confusion about personnel. It looks like they've got it straight. I'm counting helmets now. Make sure they've got 11 out there. Harrington gets it out, and boom. Coming up to make the play for Union Pines.
Number 8, Nick Cameron on the tackle there. Perfect form tackle there for Cameron.
And no wasted movement. He saw that and didn't waste a step. Got in there sudden and dropped that for a loss of 3 on the play. Clock inside 2 minutes here. And that negative play on first down might shape a little bit about what Southern Lee's play calling is here. Union Pines with 2 timeouts in their pockets. Might be inclined to use one at the end of this play. Harrington drops, pressure's right up the gut, and he's swarmed by the Vikings.
There it is. There's a timeout.
They drop him inside the 15. Big 3rd and long coming up.
Good
Dominic Bean cleaned that up, but the pressure came right up the gut and was immediate. And Union Pines does use that second timeout. Clock stop at 1:37 to go. We'll take a quick break, see if Southern can convert this 3rd and long.
90 years ago, First Bank was founded. You know First Bank, the one where you are greeted by name, the one dedicated to the community, and the one born in the heart of the Carolinas.
We help our customers to realize their dreams by providing financial solutions and building trusted relationships. My name is Rich Trogdon, and we are First Bank.
Welcome back to the NFHS Game of the Week, brought to you by Wilkinson Chevrolet Cadillac. For all of your new car needs, as long as it's not in the Nissan family, if it's in the Nissan family, go see Jerry Chalmers at Classic Nissan. Both great allies of youth sports here in Sanford, North Carolina. Big 3rd down here for the Cavaliers. Harrington back at quarterback. Union Pine showing blitz. They're bringing a crew. Hand off to Smith. Smith's going to be pulled and pushed and juked and jived, and he's going to fall down right at the 15-yard line. We've got a flag in the territory of holding here. 1:30 left to go. He was tackled inbounds, so we need to keep an eye on this. If you're Union Pines, you want to decline this penalty and use your last timeout to stop the clock. But we'll see what they're going to do here. We've got, it's a face mask on the Vikings. That'll be an automatic first down for Union Pines. Southern Lee will take over for a 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line. 1:30 left to go here in Cletus B. Gore Stadium. Cavaliers in no rush. The clock has not started yet. White Hat just blew it. And it's starting to tick. Harrington under quarterback. Whoop. The chains were not right. So they're going to wait and get the chain set. If I'm Southern Lee coach, I'm screaming in the ear of the side judge that I want those 4 seconds back that just ran off. Nonetheless, they're going to start the clock again. Harrington under center, there at quarterback. Smith in motion. Harrington drops, looking, evading pressure, and he's going to be wrapped up and brought down by a group of Vikings there. Will bring for a loss of about 3 there for the Cavaliers. 1 minute and counting. Harrington was running for his life. Union Pines dialing up the pressure here. 2nd and 14. We're seeing the entire blitz package here from the Union Pines Vikings tonight. They came out of their base defense on the first series. Southern Lee marched down the field and scored. Ever since then, they have been coming from every angle from that second level defense. Ball's on the ground, bad snap. Union Pines is signaling they have the ball. Let's wait and see. Back judge signals Union Pines ball. They'll take over on the 31-yard line. 33 seconds left to go here. Union Pines looking for a splash play. Make sure you're looking for number 2, John Arguiza on the long ball, or Hayne Tobias, the big body tight end that the Vikings like to use. Big turn of events here at Cletus B. Gore Stadium in Sanford, North Carolina. Kind of expecting Southern Lee to run the clock out, go to the halftime. Nonetheless, trouble on the exchange between the center and the quarterback. Union Pines, big opportunity here, 33 seconds left to go. Remember, all after the break, after the halftime, Union Pines will be set to receive the kickoff. Ian Hicks back at quarterback. Surveys the field, steps up, throws. He's got Hayne Tobias. He's going to make one miss. He's going to be drugged down. Looks like he was drugged down out of bounds at the 13-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 13. Remember, well, that's our Zebra crew's trying to figure out what they want to do. That's Southern Lee's going to take their last time out. We'll take a quick break to hear from our sponsor. Be back for the end of the half.
WilkinsonCars.com. Come visit us at our new location in Sanford. With the same great staff and the same great service. Test drive one of our many different vehicles. Check out our state-of-the-art service department and collision center, where our team can have you back on the road in no time. We're right across from Walmart at 3335 North Carolina 87 South. Schedule your appointment online at WilkinsonCars.com or call us at 919-842-3322. We guarantee we're the place to be at Wilkinson Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC.
Welcome back to the NFHS Game of the Week. Brought to you by Brick Capital Video. Terry McMillan up on the camera crew tonight. Always does a fantastic job for all of your video needs, whether it's funerals, whether it's weddings, whether it's church services, council meetings, high school football, any high school sport. Terry McMillan is your man. Go see him for all of your videography needs. Ian Hicks here getting the play call in from head coach Brian Till and this Viking coaching staff. 24 seconds left to go. Looks like there's some confusion. They're looking to see how Southern Lee is set up. Southern Lee sitting in a cover 1. There goes Hayne Tobias. They're going to leak him out. Oh, throw to number 3, Talik Graham on the screen pass. They motioned Hayne Tobias over to be the lead blocker. Graham just couldn't get a hold of it. No harm, no foul on that play. Only a loss of 3 seconds. We'll bring up a 2nd and 10 here from the 13. Southern Lee subbing in some fresh legs for this defensive stand here. At halftime, a score update for our fellow Lee County school. Lee County Yellow Jackets 7, South Johnston Trojans 14. All right, Hicks receives it, toss to Hayne Tobias. He's going to pick it up, and he's going to be dropped at the 14. He's going to get walloped by number 75 from the Cavaliers, Johnny Kershaw. Union Pines is going to take their last and final timeout. 10 seconds left to go here. Definitely 2-down territory with enough time for 2 plays. If you're Union Pines Vikings, you're going to have to try to make a splash play here. We're going to take a quick break to hear from our sponsors. Be back for the end of the half.
Passion, experience, diligence. From our headquarters in Sanford, we proudly serve clients throughout the Sandhills and across central North Carolina. Our firm offers a wide range of legal services beyond criminal and family law. Whether you need assistance with estate planning, contract disputes, or other legal matters, our knowledgeable team is here to provide reliable guidance and representation. Call us at 984-977-8390 or visit our website, deepervalawyers.com.
Welcome back to the NFHS Game of the Week. Southern Lee head coach Fred Blanks out at the hash mark talking to White Hat. Not sure what that conversation is about, but he looks displeased. Not supposed to go out that far. You're supposed to ask for them to come to you. Nonetheless, he didn't get a flag there, which is a positive. Looked to be calm, but a heated discussion. Hicks back at quarterback, looking. Pass to Hayden Tobias, broken up by number 1, Jalen Barnes. Great play there. The Vikings targeting their big tight end, wingback, the Chattanooga commit. This will bring up a 4th and 10 from the 13, 6 seconds left to go. The Union Pines Vikings bringing on their field goal crew. Number 40 on to kick here. That is Dylan Miller. Different kicker for the Vikings. Snap is good. Kick is up. Kick looks to be good. 2 seconds left to go. That'll be 24-7 Union Pines. A different kicker there for the Vikings. Nonetheless, he puts it up, squeaks it just over the crossbar for another Union Pines score.
How many momentum swings were there in that last series?
That was a journey, my friend, I can tell you. You had a fumble.
Well, before that, you had the penalty that converted 3rd and a mile.
A face mask.
Yeah.
Then you had a Harrington Center exchange problem. And I don't know what head coach Fred Blanks is so upset about, but he has been over at the hash mark 3 or 4 times already. And this is 2 plays in a row that they have. He looks to be irate over on the sideline. He's going to have to be careful. He's not going to get too many more warnings before they throw a flag on that man, especially with his assistants out of the hash mark. They nixed that in about 2017 where no one could talk to referees except for the head coach. And I was the recipient of a flag for that there, Mr. Lambert.
I find that very easy to believe. All right, Union Pines, 2 seconds left in the half. Kick it deep.
Trano back to kick.
And through the end zone. Southern will come out, take a snap. I don't imagine they'll try to do anything crazy here.
Suddenly you have to imagine it's going to be a dive play of some sort. Get out of here without any more damage. Chris, I just updated our viewers at home. Max Preps is back up to updating. South Johnston 14, Lee County 7 at the half.
Woof. See if I can reach out and get some feedback from the radio crew.
Harrington's going to take a knee. That'll take us into halftime. We'll take a quick break. Be back for the Classic Nissan halftime show.
Legacy Commercial and Residential Construction. From concept to design, constructed to fit your lifestyle. We use only top quality finishes to make our house your home. Legacy Commercial and Residential Construction. The Sandhills residential and commercial builder of choice.
An hour ago, Theo airballed the game-winning shot. But at Zaxby's, he's dunking all over these fools. Zax sauce, bang. Tongue torch, boom. Hot honey mustard. My man's putting on a clinic.
Welcome to Dunk City.
And one, baby.
Thanks, baby. Dude. Babe, dude.
Who's got the sauce?
Zaxby's.
Welcome back. This is the First Bank halftime show here in Sanford, North Carolina. Southern Lee Cavaliers off to a slow start against the Union Pines Vikings. Came out, punched them in the mouth early with a quick pitch and catch to Petrarca, who took it to the house. Union Pines has responded. They had 1 turnover on their first series. Every drive since then has equated to points for the Union Pines Vikings.
So, how many times have you said, if you're punching up, you got to play a clean game? Turnovers, penalties. Southern Lee has got to play a clean football game. I don't know if they're too far behind to come back in the second half. They're going to come out swinging. It's a Fred Blanks coach team. There's no quitting these guys. But I got to be honest with you, this Union Pines team is as good as advertised. And in this conference, I don't know that they're going to run up into a whole lot of resistance this year, Nathan.
Yeah, Union Pines is coming out looking good. Defense, that first series, Union Pines came out in their base defense, didn't do a whole lot of variances. They rolled down to cover 0 in the given up touchdown, but ever since then, we have seen a plethora of blitz packages from the Vikings. They've come double A gaps. They've sent guys in B gaps. They've sent both ends coming off the edges. We have seen a plethora of blitz packages with a plethora of players here for the Vikings.
That's a plethora of times
that
you said
plethora of times.
I can assure
I need a better word for that.
I can assure you that Coach Till's staff saw Petrarca on video, and I'm sure that they analyzed and they said, we can stop him.
Yep.
They got burnt once. I assure you, you're not going to see 0 coverage over the top again on him, and we haven't seen it thus far. I don't think we're going to see it again. He's not going to let one guy beat him. It's too well a coached team. This Union Pines team, you saw it against Harnett Central. That's the first thing that you and Jerry talked to me about when we discussed the game, is that Harnett Central, the penalties, the rest of that, you're not going to get that from this Union Pines team. They are not going to beat themselves. And from a physical standpoint, they're really good.
Really good.
Not dynamic play from the quarterbacking spot, but he manages the game. He's got control of this offense. And, Coach Till, old school, if you can't stop it, we're not going to quit doing it. They're not going to outsmart themselves. If Southern can't figure out a way to stop 34 up the middle, you're going to see a steady dose of it the rest of the night, and they won't do another thing.
Tyler Thomas, I think, is going to have a big second half, just bulldozing. I mean, we saw in the first half multiple series. He put this Viking offense on his back.
He did.
And just ran through the Cavalier defense.
He did, and we saw a lot of big bodies from Southern get nicked up, cramps, banged up here, there, the other where. They don't have that many big bodies to trot out there into the middle of that defensive line, and those guys are doing double duty on the offensive side of the ball. Thomas might have a really big second half. Any hope? Am I too doom and gloom?
Always hope. There's always hope. This is only a 3-possession ball game here for the Cavaliers. You never know what's going to happen. All of a sudden, you have a special teams mess up on the kickoff, and all of a sudden this game's right back to a very close ball game. So definitely there's still hope here for the Cavaliers, but this Union Pines Viking team is as good as prescribed, I believe.
All right. We'll keep you posted on what's going on around the rest of the Carolina Pines 6A and the rest of the region. We'll check in and see what Cardinal Gibbons, what kind of damage are they doing to somebody tonight? But we appreciate you hanging out with us on a Friday night. This is the NFHS Game of the Week. We'll be back with second half coverage in just a little while.
There's no place like home for the holidays. You know that's the truth. Oh, there's no place like home for the holidays. For no matter how far away you roam, when you pine for the sunshine of a friendly day.
Jose's Bakery, we have homemade ice cream that's made fresh every week. We have flavors such as strawberry, cookies and cream, gansito, pecan. We have caramel. And then we also have popsicles, different flavored popsicles, water-based, milk-based. So good. You guys definitely need to stop by and try it. My name is Lucy. I'm the manager here at Jose's Bakery in Sanford, North Carolina. Our address is 901 South Corner Boulevard. Our phone number is 919-776-0342. And you can email us at josesbakery@gmail.com.
Hello, my name is Johnny Whiteside. I own Kendall Pawn Shop in the Kendall area of Sanford. We've been in business for 45 years now this year. We haven't been in business that long by not taking care of customers. We sell all kinds of firearms, electronics, tools of every kind you can imagine.
The Pint-Sized Pasture is your first and only choice for a mobile petting zoo and event venue. We bring our mobile petting zoo to your house, to your school, to your company, and anywhere in between. We do inflatables as well. You can find us at www.thepintsizedpasture.com, or you can reach us at 919-498-4466.
Legacy Commercial and Residential Construction. From concept to design, constructed to fit your lifestyle. We use only top quality finishes to make our house your home. Legacy Commercial and Residential Construction. The Sandhills residential and commercial builder of choice.
All you do is win, 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 no matter what. We got you on our minds, we can never get enough. Every time you step into our building, everybody's hands go up. And they stay there, and they stay there, and they stay there. All you do is win, win, win. Put your hands in the air when you go there.
Visit us at Sanford.com or call 1-855-461-9595. Classic Nissan Sanford.
WilkinsonCars.com. Come visit us at our new location in Sanford with the same great staff and the same great service. Test drive one of our many different vehicles or check out our state-of-the-art service system where our team can have you back on track in no time. We're right across from Walmart at 335 North Carolina 87 South. Schedule your appointment online at WilkinsonCars.com or call us at 919-842-3322. We guarantee we're the place to be at Wilkinson Chevrolet, Cadillac, Buick, GMC, General Motors. We are professional grade.
90 years ago, First Bank was founded. You know First Bank, the one where you are greeted by name, the one dedicated to the community, and the one born in the heart of the Carolinas.
We help our customers to realize their dreams by providing financial solutions and building trusted relationships. My name is Rich Trogdon, and we are First Bank.
Find your dream bridal gown at Mine and Yours Bridal. We offer stunning quinceañera gowns and beautiful formal dresses with inclusive curvy sizing. Don't forget the guys. Tuxedos and suits are available for rent or purchase, plus jewelry, tiaras, and other accessories to add the perfect finishing touch to your look. Call us at 919-775-2828, or better yet, visit us at 201 North Still Street in downtown Sanford. Your special occasion starts here.
An hour ago, Theo airballed the game-winning shot. But at Zaxby's, he's dunking all over these fools. Zax sauce, bang. Tongue torch, boom. Hot honey mustard. My man's putting on a clinic.
Welcome to Dunk City.
And one, baby.
Thanks, baby. Dude. Babe, dude.
Who's got the sauce?
Zaxby's.
There are two types of people in this world. Those who got the sauce and those who need a little help finding it. Now you're probably thinking, how do I get this sauce? Well, see, I got my sauce. You got your sauce. Maybe it's sweet, maybe it's spicy. Maybe it's 12 different flavors all tossed together. But you know it when you see it. So the question is, who's got the sauce?
Zaxby's. Zaxby's got the sauce.
I don't think he was talking to you.
Oh.
Who's got the sauce?
Zaxby's.
Passion, experience, diligence. From our headquarters in Sanford, we proudly serve clients throughout the Sandhills and across central North Carolina. Our seasoned attorneys are prepared to defend you against charges ranging from traffic violations and DWI to serious felonies. We employ a meticulous approach to ensure your rights are protected at every stage. Navigating family disputes requires sensitivity and expertise. We assist with divorce proceedings, child custody arrangements, and support issues, striving for resolutions that prioritize your family's well-being. Our firm offers a wide range of legal services beyond criminal and family law. Whether you need assistance with estate planning, contract disputes, or other legal matters, our knowledgeable team is here to provide reliable guidance and representation. Call us at 984-977-8390 or visit our website, deepriverlawyers.com.
Here in JB Auto Sales, we do repair car, we do collision, we do alignment, brakes, and this is the good thing about JB. If the car won't run, we pick it up for free with a tow truck, free charge. We bring it to the shop, we let you know what's wrong with it before we even charge you for a diagnostic on it. We located at 102 Cortland Drive, Sanford, North Carolina, and the phone number is 919-842-7598.
Welcome back to the NFHS Game of the Week, brought to you by DeLambert Stone. Southern League kicks off to the Vikings. Vikings working their way up. They're going to be tackled at about the 33-yard line here. Union Pines Vikings offense led by Ian Hicks coming out looking to spread this game out. Go ahead and kind of put a nail in the coffin here, 24-7.
I tell you, up 17, Union Pines comes out with all the momentum coming into the second half. Southern, has got some playmakers on this defense, and we haven't called anybody's name. Union Pines just played on offense downhill the entire first half. I'm interested to see what Southern's drawn up at halftime to see what they can do to stem the tide a little bit. There's a big first down run from
Tyler Thomas.
Tyler Thomas with the 7-yard gain on first down, and that doesn't bode well because that's exactly the same thing Union Pines ran at you the entire first half.
It absolutely is. Union Pines coming out with a gain of 8 here for the first play. We talked at the halftime show. We were expecting to see a heavy dose of Mr. Thomas there at the running back position.
And we talked about it. This Union Pines coaching staff, they're not going to do you any favors. They're not going to, start throwing the ball around and throw a pick or go 3 and out on a couple of incompletions. They're going to make you earn it. And Tyler Thomas, big numbers in the first half, adding to him. Here he goes on the second down carry, and he's around the right side, delivers a big hit at the end of it out near midfield, and that'll be a gain of about 6 and a Union Pines first down.
We have a Union Pines player down. 1 minute and 7 seconds into the second half here. Already another player down. We'll take a quick break to hear from our sponsors and be back for
An hour ago, Theo airballed the game-winning shot. But at Zaxby's, he's dunking all over these fools. Zax sauce, bang. Tongue torch, boom. Hot honey mustard. My man's putting on a clinic.
Welcome to Dunk City.
And one, baby.
Thanks, baby. Dude. Babe, dude.
Who's got the sauce?
Zaxby's.
Welcome back to the NFHS Game of the Week, brought to you by Legacy Construction. Go see Mr. Travis Green for all of your custom home builds, your upfits, your bathroom renovations, anything in the area.
I can tell you what, if the home upfit he does for you is half as cool as the press box renovation they did at Union Pines a couple years ago, you will be pleased. That is the coolest press box I have ever been in.
There's Tyler Thomas on the carry again. He's going to make his way up for a gain of 9 there. What a major addition there in Cameron, North Carolina with that press box. That is hands down the nicest box that we go to year in and year out.
And to come from where it was prior to that, when we heard they were going to do a renovation, it's like, oh, okay. We've seen some press box renovations. It's like, oh, this is neat. No, that place is amazing.
2nd and 1 here for the Vikings.
And Union Pines, of course, in addition to that, they were the first team in this district to have a high-definition video board, and they have upgraded it and have a new video board.
Did they get theirs the same time Pinecrest did? They had to be close. They might have got them at the same time. I'm not sure. Those video boards are not cheap, though, I can tell you.
They are not.
Union Pines converts on the 2nd and 1 there. Here's Hicks rolling out. He's going to dump the ball off. It's going to land way short of the receiver. The attempt there was for Deacon Smith, senior wide receiver. Hicks was under pressure from the Cavaliers. He's going to put that well short of Smith.
The pressure caused him to throw it off his back foot and not able to get anything on the pass. It fell harmlessly to the turf. And I said that Union Pines won't do you any favors. That's a tiny little favor there. 2nd and 10. Southern done nothing like stop the run game. Union Pines mixing it up just for the sake of it. And now that 2nd down run only gets 3, and they'll be 3rd and 7. Southern's got to make a play here. Almost certainly 4-down territory for Union Pines.
Union Pines on the Cavalier 37-yard line here. As Chris so eloquently put it, definitely 4-down territory for the Vikings. Hicks in the shotgun. He's going to fake. It's going to be a quarterback keep, and he's going to be brought down for no gain there. Great open field tackle by the Cavaliers. I'm trying to pull a number that looks like it was Luke Waters on the tackle there.
Waters, a legacy player here at Southern Lee. And that was, that was the start. Now you got to do it again because, as I thought, looks like Union Pines will go for it on 4th and about 8 here. And this is a big play in the ball game right here. If Union Pines converts here and keeps this drive alive, it really makes things difficult for Southern.
There's
no
Hicks.
pressure. Here comes Screen right into it.
There's
Gotta
Hayne
make a stop,
Tobias.
And Tobias just running through, folks. And he is down and into the end zone. Touchdown. So from 4th and 7 to a touchdown from 38 yards on the screen. And Tobias, pretty near every Southern Lee Cavalier had a shot at him. And he just ran through tackles.
The Chattanooga commit showing there why he's signing a college scholarship to play on Saturdays.
What do you think his position at the next level is?
Tight end. I think he's a traditional tight end.
All right. The extra point is up and good, and it is 31-7 with 8:07 to go in the 3rd quarter. And this one's getting out of hand, Coach Cochran.
Yeah, here we are, 24-point ball game at Cletus B. Gore Stadium. The Southern Lee team looking tired. What's wild is you sit here and you watch all of the kids that were on the PAT block there. I think we saw maybe 2 kids come off and 2 kids go back on. Everyone else stays on. We talked in the pregame show the numbers of athletes that are dressed out for both squads. Union Pine's doing a good job of rotating people through. Southern Lee just not very deep, starting to show itself here with 8:07 left to go in the third.
And on the flip side, the dead giveaway is when you look at the kickoff team for Union Pines, how clean are those jerseys?
They're pretty clean.
That's the giveaway.
They're showing that white and baby blue very well.
When you've got enough talent that you can run out a special teams, you're pretty deep. All right, kick fielded at the 5. Here comes Barnes and slips into the middle. He'll be tackled, stopped, stacked up about the 26-yard line, 1st and 10 Southern. Got to do damage on every possession at this point, Coach.
Yeah, at this point, Southern Lee's looking for points pretty quickly here. It's not quite down to do or die time for the Cavaliers, but they definitely need to put points up and leave us some time on the clock, because I imagine when Union Pines gets this ball back, no matter how the outcome of this drive starts, we're just going to see a heavy dose of Tyler Thomas. We might see that heavy package come back out where they put 2 linemen down with their hand in the dirt behind the line of scrimmage. Harrington back at quarterback. He's throwing. It's a reception. Cavaliers going to get a gain of about 1. He gave up a couple of yards there.
Nate, I want you to freeze in your mind's eye right there.
All
At
right.
the end of that play, every single Viking defender was within 6 feet of that football.
Well, coach teams do the little things right.
That's a lateral, and it's on the ground. Somebody better pick it up, and it's going the other way. That is a lateral, and that is going to be a touchdown. What, did they blow it dead before the snap?
What?
Wayne, get us a replay there. I think that ball was backward. Did they blow the play dead? They're going to call it an incomplete pass. Wayne, can you dial that up and see if we can take a second look at that, because that looked an awful lot. Southern might have just dodged a bullet.
It's up and leave us some time on the clock, because I imagine when Union Pines gets this ball back, no matter how the outcome of this drive starts, we're just going to see a heavy dose of Tyler Thomas. We might see that. Fourth and 9 here for the Cavaliers.
Keep the offense out on the field. I'm a little surprised. We see the spread with Harrington in there. We saw the spread against Triton a couple weeks ago. Patrick Kelly was there on the call with me. Oh, the quick kick, and that didn't work out well. That's going to take a backward bounce, picked up, and returned back to the 23. This is getting ugly.
That was number 8 on the pickup there, Nick Cameron, for the Vikings. We do have a flag. It's in the territory of holding. If I imagine Union Pines, you're going to decline this and take the ball on the 21-yard line.
Can they tack that on the end of the run?
I don't think so. I think because it was before the change of possession.
Okay. I was about to say, a couple weeks ago at Triton in the rain game that was later resumed, we saw Caleb Coro, the transfer sophomore quarterback, come in and run that spread very effectively. And I don't think I have seen Coro actually finish putting his helmet on. He's got it perched up on the top of his head and walking around the sideline all night. Has not gotten a snap yet, but I'm a little surprised that the couple of times now that Southern's gone to the spread, we haven't seen him. All right, Union Pines, very short field here. Ball set up about 21-yard line, 1st and 10. Tyler Thomas in there at tailback. Bring a man in motion. They're going to run right behind him. Oh, nope, that is not Thomas. That is number 36 who is checked in at tailback. And that is Kearney Sanders, senior 5'10", 165, getting some touches here in the third quarter.
Brings up a 2nd and 3 here.
Gain of 6. 2nd down and 4.
Pointing at the defense huddled, or yeah.
And the attentiveness. Checking a look over the Union Pines. I'm gushing about how well coached they are, but it's the things you see on the sideline. Union Pines just had a meeting with the defense, and everybody engaged. Coaching staff over there, attentive. I don't know what the instructions were, but they've broken it up now.
They had a TV on the sideline that they were breaking down film in between possessions there last week. We saw the TV get demolished by a Hornet Central play. They ran out of bounds and it got shoved into the TV, and it was toast.
Huh.
I imagine it took one phone call there in Cameron, and
they
had a new TV.
All right, there's Sanders. No, Hicks going to keep it.
Keeps it.
And
side judge is saying he's down.
Yeah, that call was definitive, very quick to call him down. Suddenly, sideline doesn't like it. 5.5 to go. Clock continues to run. 4th and 3 here.
Here's that heavy package again.
Well, they just put the number 1 skill guys back in again. Tyler Thomas checks back in after having been given a breather. Hicks tries to bait that Southern defense into jumping. Coach Blanks is letting them have it down there. He thought that was a fumble. There's Tyler Thomas, and he is through. He has the first down and a whole lot more. He'll be down inside the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal from the 6.
I'd love to know what he is so hot about on the sideline. When they ran into that heavy formation, he was going berserk.
1st and goal. Union Pines.
He is steadily barking. And actually looked there for a minute like there was a conversation going on with the AD. That's interesting. There's Thomas. Nope, they fake it to Thomas to go the other way. And inside the 5.
That was number 6, Dylan Benedict. Plays linebacker for him, carrying the ball there for a gain of about 2. Bring up 2nd and goal from the 4.
And there's Thomas walks in his 3rd touchdown of the day. That'll take it out to a 37-7 lead. And Union Pines will look to add the extra point.
One more score. Oh, sorry.
2 more.
2 more scores before we hit a running clock. In high school football, it's 42. At least it was when I quit coaching. Is it 40 now?
40 on the nose. It took a while to get confirmation on that when we were at, where were we at? Northmore. A lot of confusion about that, and the state rule book has been changed several times, and it's hard to tell, but we did finally, I think, get a firm answer that 40 points is the threshold.
Or previously agreed upon by both coaches.
And it has to be in the second half.
And it has to be in the second half.
There is a lot of chatter from the Southern Lee sideline, apparently directed at the officials. And for the life of me, I don't know what the issue is. You kind of said that. All right, let's take a look at scores from around the region. Oh, goodness, Nathan.
Max Preps has not updated since the halftime score. To be sure, they're playing the third quarter now. Still has it 14-7 for the Trojans, though.
Fourth quarter action at Cardinal Gibbons. Holly Springs on the road, trailing 49-0.
Well, they're on a running clock.
West Johnston still up in the third quarter against Harnett Central, 7-0. South Johnston, at halftime, it's still posted 14-7. South Johnston leads that. Lee County needs that W. If I was choosing a game around the region to be at tonight, other than where I'm at with you right now, it might be Terry Sanford on the road at Scotland. Care to take a guess at what's going on there in the third quarter?
21-20, Terry Sanford.
No, Scotland up 19-7.
19-7. There's Harrington. Ooh.
Threw behind his receiver. No update from Western Harnett Triton. Hope County up on Pine Forest. Two teams sputtering there. Pine Forest come in at 1-5, Hope at 1-4. Overhills, Pinecrest. No update there. I'd be interested to know what's going on in that game. We've seen
bad snap.
We've seen,
and that's going to be Union Pine's ball.
First and goal with the 5 going the other way. That is the third turnover for Southern Lee. Richmond up 27-7 against Jack Britt.
Big matchup there. Jack Britt, a perennial powerhouse, as is Richmond.
Yeah, Jack Britt out to a tough start this season. Come in at 3-3. Richmond at 4-2. Both of those teams with designs on the playoffs every single year. And Seaforth at Cedar Ridge, no update there. I think that is the extent of our regional games per Max Preps. Let's check in and see what Middle Creek's got going on. We always like to keep up with our friends there.
Coach Jacobs doing a phenomenal job.
He is indeed.
There's Thomas.
No, that is not Thomas. That is the understudy.
Sorry, that's Kerner Sanders.
Kearney Sanders in for the touchdown and stretches this lead even farther. That'll take it out to 44-7. 3:20 to go. Did they mark him down? No. Oh, the clock continued to wind, but it stopped now. Coach Jacobs got those got that Middle Creek squad out to a 5-1 start. Kick is up. Kick is good. 45-7. And other than a early fumble and a missed extra point, Union Pines played a pretty close to perfect game. Ooh, Middle Creek off tonight at 5-1. They get to play Cardinal Gibbons next week. How fun.
That is just who you want to play after a bye week.
Right? Oh, my goodness.
How much do you want to bet head coach Jacobs is sitting there in the stands at Cardinal Gibbons tonight?
I assure you he is there.
I would put a fairly large sum of money on that. One more score, and we're going to be looking at a running clock here.
Nathan, you will get no complaints from me.
I have enough time to stop, grab me a bite to eat, and get home for Friday night football on WRAL at 11:15. Then it is off to the hay for me.
I think I'm going to hit the sack early this evening. I am. Have you been to?
That's going to be a block in the back coming back. That thing was clear as day. Have I been to where? Sorry.
I got to, hold on. Give me a second. I got to, I didn't mean to snap at you.
No.
That didn't come out as intended. Epic Chop House in Raleigh.
I have not.
I have. My wife she has been talking about it for quite some time. And we are going to check that out tomorrow night. We got reservations. She tried to surprise me and forgot that she was making the reservation with me and my phone number as the contact. So I got the alert. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Kind of excited about that.
I've got 6U soccer tomorrow. And then my wife is having a girls' day at the house, so it'll be off to the golf course for the boy and I.
So has this particular 6U team, have they graduated past amoeba ball where?
Yes,
They
finally.
have. Okay.
Finally.
You know what I mean, right?
Yes, 100%. It's just everyone goes to the ball all the
Yeah.
time. It is not always not amoeba ball. Terrible coverage there.
Big connection there. Is it caught? It
It
is.
is.
And that'll be a Southern Leaf first down. Out near the 30-yard line. Hung it up there. There's a Petrarca just shy of 100 yards receiving now. If my unofficial math is right, that'd put him at about 96. Harrington drops, gets it out quick. And that is Jalen Barnes, who gives up a little bit of ground, but brings it in. He'll set up 2nd and 4.
Reception, number 1, Jalen Barnes.
I believe we're seeing the second squad here for the Union Pines Vikings.
A lot of clean jerseys out there. There's Barnes again. He can't come up with it. Probably would have got to the first down.
We'll bring up a 3rd and 3 here for the Cavaliers. Yeah, they have just about gotten out of amoeba ball. It's not always not amoeba ball, but sometimes, about 50-50. They're working on passing and spacing. Of course, you can space all you want, but then a kid just swings and misses and the ball doesn't do much good.
Well, do you listen to the Dan Patrick Show?
I do not. I do watch the Pat McAfee Show, but I do not listen to the Dan Patrick Show.
So you don't know who Seaton is on the Dan Patrick Show?
I have no idea.
He is one of the in-studio guys, I think producer, but also a part of the crew there. His son is a youth soccer player who has, had access to some really cool resources and has grown into quite a player. But his son is actually going to the Barcelona Academy for a year. And Seaton is actually sort of cataloging it. Seaton O'Connor sort of making it into a reality show.
That's cool.
So his son will be in Barcelona for the school year, getting a taste of European soccer with designs on, playing internationally at some point. But I think it's really cool.
Barcelona is the only major place in Spain we did not get to visit last summer.
There's a final coming out of Cardinal Gibbons, 56-0 over Holly Springs.
Oof.
That's tough.
It's a tough draw. Cardinal Gibbons, defending state champions in the highest classification. Private school, part of the Archdiocese of Raleigh.
And frankly, Cardinal Gibbons didn't want to play in a standard conference. They wanted to be in a super conference. Nobody wants to play him. They don't want to play anybody. There's a first down for Southern Leaf. Ball across midfield up to the 49. So folks at home watching this, certainly the question is, why don't they do this all the time?
It's the B squad. But that's a fantastic question. There's 6 on the reception. That is Jameer Butler. He's going to be brought down for a gain of about 7 there. Beautiful fall night here at Cletus B. Gore Stadium in Sanford, North Carolina. Cool day. I think we've got cool weather ahead of us. Just hope this nor'easter storm doesn't blow in a bunch of rain tomorrow afternoon. That will deaden my my golf course adventures.
All right, Harrington out close to a first down. We'll see what happens here. And again, more dialogue going on with the Southern Lee coaches and this officiating crew. They're going to give them the first down. Clock inside. Well, they've already wound the clock. 10:33 to go. Yeah. Southern Lee wasn't close to set on that, but the referees kept flags in their pocket. Yeah, here comes the flag out late. I'm not sure what the call is here.
We do have a running clock at this point. It is still running. I don't know if that is clock operator or designated by the Zebra crew, but nonetheless, it is still ticking.
Nobody in the building seems to be complaining about that.
No, I don't believe they would. Nor am I.
They get a hold there, or they call a personal foul? I missed the
hold.
The hold. That was a late holding flag. And so far away from the play. So first and really long. Harrington drops, whips it out. He throws a pretty ball. On the reception there, Jameer Butler. My point and position with regard to Southern Lee is that what Southern Lee, in my 13 years of covering high school football, always has is guys that can run. They always have athletes. Undersized though they may be, they have quick twitch athletes that can run. They don't necessarily have big athletes. So the complication that provides in a power run game is what, Mr. Cochran?
Makes it hard to lean on people. Makes it hard to lean on people. Here's Harrington running for his life. Throws a deep ball. We've got a flag back at the 48-yard line.
So Jordan Tipton catches the long touchdown pass, but it's coming back. There's a hold. The excitement wafted through the crowd temporarily, and you are right. They are very, very much running the clock, even on an incomplete pass. Clock continues to tick down inside 8 minutes. All right, Nate, let's take a look at the schedule. Who's Southern Lee got left?
Southern Lee wraps out the year with a home game against West Johnston. They travel to Anger, North Carolina for the Harnett Central Trojans, and then finish out the season with the ever infamous at-home game against Lee County, the Brick City Bowl.
It doesn't matter what the records are, what's happened. We have seen crazy things in the Brick City Bowl. In fact, you spoke of the year after you left that an winless Southern Lee team came in and beat Lee County. But while Southern would go into this and say, look, we can win out, anything can happen, if I'm on that Southern Lee sideline, I'm feeling some pressure in this West Johnston game.
Yeah, West Johnston's a must-win. Let's be real here. Playoffs are not in the picture here for the Cavaliers at this point. But for the morale of your team, looking into the future for next year, I don't know anything about their JV squad. You want to finish on a high note. You definitely don't want to finish on a 4th and 85 like they currently have.
And I'll tell you that I've personally never been on a one-win team. But I would think that the distance between having a one-win season and going winless is enormous. What say you?
I would agree. I'm with you. I have never been a part of a squad like that. But I can't imagine that.
Beautiful punt, by the way.
Yeah. Great punt for high school. Flipped the field all the way to the 31-yard line. Still didn't get back to the first down marker. But nonetheless, beautiful punt. That punt had to be daggum.
50 yards.
50 yards.
And it was a pretty 50 yards. It was a high hanger, got a good roll. It was a good-looking punt. My point being, a team going 2-9 or 1-10, that's a bad year.
Rough.
Teams don't go winless very often. And, to be fair, Southern actually had a win at one point this year, but it's been taken off the board. The game against Western Harnett, a bit of a personnel snafu. Nothing untoward, no cheating intentionally, but there was an administrative mistake, we'll say.
Yep.
Can you explain the situation, Mr. Cochran?
So you have kids who are on your JV roster, and at the beginning of the season, you have to declare them before week 1, that are called 8-quarter kids, and they are allowed to play a full JV roster, and they're allowed to get into 8 quarters of the varsity schedule in the regular season. Now, once playoffs start, if playoffs are in your future, then they come up, and that rule is negated because JV's no longer playing, and they do that for the safety of the kids to minimize impact of playing 2 games back-to-back. Football is an incredibly violent sport that we all know and love. But when you do that, you have to declare them early in the season, and you usually take one from each skill position and a lineman, whichever your best JV player is at some of those. And when they play, you have to report them, and they have to be declared. Well, I guess going down the pipe that a JV player played on Thursday night against Western Harnett and then came back here for a varsity game and got in the game, and it was not properly declared with the state of North Carolina. I don't know if the initial paperwork was ever filed. I don't know if it wasn't filed immediately after. I'm not sure where in the administrative side it went sideways. Nonetheless, it wasn't. The athletic director for Western Harnett, Russell Taylor, who's been there 88,000 years, decided to call the state of North Carolina, file a complaint. The complaint was researched and validated, and it was found to be true. Therefore, it leads to a forfeit due to ineligible players.
And it happens.
And it does happen.
Pinecrest went through that not that many years ago where they had a win come off the board.
They had a whole season taken off the board and a playoff denial. Theirs was much more serious than Southern Lee's. Southern Lee's was purely an administrative. Pinecrest was something nefarious. I don't know what it was, but nonetheless, it circled around 8 quarters and paperwork of athletes, and none was filed, and their season was negated, and they had a good season and a good run at the state playoffs. Had a couple kids going Division I, one of which was going to Clemson. He is now in the NFL. And those young men did not get to participate in the North Carolina High School Athletic Association playoffs that year, and that was probably their best team to make a run at a championship.
All right, clock down to about 3 minutes here. 4th and 2, and Union Pine's going to send out the punt team.
Do we want to go into where that athletic director ended up?
Nope.
Oh, okay. First drive of the night, take out their first drive that led in a turnover. That Union Pines has not put points up.
That's a good point. That was lost on me. You're right. You're right. All right, short hanger and fielded at the 40. 1st and 10 Southern, 2.5 to go. Clock continues to run. If you have made it this far with us in this telecast, give yourself a gold star.
Make sure you stick around after the game for the Classic Nissan postgame show.
Why don't we do the Classic Nissan postgame show right
now? Right now?
Yeah, what do you got?
Union Pines rolls into Southern Lee tonight, does exactly what everyone in the region predicted, 45-7 here, 148 left to go. Barring a crazy change, we do have a quarterback change here for Southern Lee. barring a crazy outcome here, this one's solidified. The books have been written at this point. Union Pines progresses on. I believe this makes them 6-1.
I got to
or
tell you,
5-1.
So I had an observer that I was talking to today. We should remain nameless for now. We were talking about this conference, and I made the statement to him that right now Union Pines is head and shoulders above everybody else, and he thought I'd misspoke. And was UP?
Union Pines? It's flabbergasted.
Yeah. Union Pines, I mean, has been an also-ran throughout that school's history. They've never been a powerhouse football squad. Really haven't had a whole lot of success at all. And, the hiring of Brian Till away from Richmond got some people's attention. His statement, I hosted his press conference, introduced him to the press. His statement was very definite and distinct. We're gonna win games here. And a statement was made by somebody on staff that we want to win playoff games. Well, the athletic director said, I want to make sure everybody's clear. We want to win a championship. And, for those who don't follow high school football, in Central North Carolina, the hiring of Brian Till doesn't resonate with them. They don't know who that is. This is a guy with a heck of a track record. And it marked a commitment. You see it in the facility. You see it on the practice field. You see it in the community. If you want to go have a good time at a football game in the region, go to a Union Pines game. It's the best atmosphere around.
Agreed.
And it doesn't matter. They were packing it out when they were 3-7, getting beat up in conference play. They show up with this kind of squad about to go to 6-1. I can only imagine what the atmosphere is like down there.
I can tell you, being there last week, they had youth football night. They had 3 different schools along with Parks and Recreation. Stands were packed. Stands were booming. Huge student section. They had a million things happening throughout the night. It was an all-around fantastic atmosphere. Some of the most exciting buzz around high school football I've been around in a long time. This Union Pine squad is for real. If Lee County and South Johnston score stands, we've not got an update lately. That will make 2 in-conference losses for Lee County, correct? That will pretty much eliminate them from a chance at a championship unless something crazy happens with Union Pines. Union Pines left on the year.
Oh, wait a minute. Whoa, you got ahead of yourself.
Uh-oh.
Lee County's undefeated in conference play.
Undefeated in conference. I apologize.
So we get in 2 weeks, Union Pines, Lee County. This coming week, we've got to reset and look at the calendar. In fact, let's do that right now and figure out what game we're going to go do. Because we close the season with Union Pines, Lee County, and then Southern versus Lee County in the Brick City Bowl. That next week is the week that we kind of built in a flex and said, all right, we'll figure out based on who's doing what.
Union Pines is at home against Triton. Lee County is at home against Harnett Central.
That's got to be the game, right?
And Southern Lee is at home against West Johnston. So we have 3 home squads.
Who has Union Pines? Who's UP hack?
West Johnston.
We'll be at Lee County as they host Harnett Central.
There we go.
When you got that? And do I have that right? This was our flex week, right? Next week?
I believe so.
We'll be at Lee County with Harnett Central. And that game, how important that game is in large measure depends on what ends up happening at South Johnston, where the latest update we have is 14-7 from halftime, which
interesting adventure here. There's a good bit of – oh, no, never mind.
Everything good?
Everything's good. There was a good bit of Southern Lee players that were going towards the locker room, and the other group's players were headed towards the field. But in normal Cavalier tradition, it's been in effect here since 2005, the fall of 2005, is you go and you give high fives to the fans that decided to stick it out with you, win or loss. I did not know that tradition still remained. Nonetheless, it does. This has been a beautiful night here in Sanford, North Carolina.
It really has. It was a beautiful day. You and I out at Quail Ridge hitting golf balls, not half as well as one of the guys we were playing with. That guy was amazing.
That guy was ridiculous. Shot 2 over for the day. I asked him.
And on the back was probably 3 under. Yeah, he made me want to quit golf there for a little while. But great guy. We had a great time, and it was a blast. Thanks for hanging out with us. We will be at Lee County for Lee County Harnett Central next week. And then, this is some cool games coming the rest of the way.
Absolutely.
And this season, or this conference still up in the air. I'm excited, man. And I'm going to tell you what.
Union Pines?
Buddy, look, where's Jerry Chalmers? I told him Union Pines was the team to beat. He insisted it was Harnett Central. And I was right. He was wrong. I like that. Jerry, if you're watching, I know you haven't made it this far. We'll see you next week, brother. All right. I am Chris. This is Nate. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you next week.
See ya.